And a boot to Baszler. Takes Baszler out of the mix.
Charlotte Flair pens heartbreaking note after WWE SmackDown. WWE superstar Charlotte Flair had a successful outing on this week's episode of SmackDown as she beat Mykan in a singles match. After the show at O2 Arena came to an end, Flair penned a heartbreaking message and shared it with her 5.3 million Instagram followers. Currently, the Queen is on the road to WrestleMania. At WrestleMania 41, she will face WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton. Before squaring off against Stratton for the gold, Flair was involved in a singles match against Mykan, which she won. Following the victory, Flair shared a post for her late brother, Reid Flair. Charlotte Flair wrote how much she missed her younger brother, who passed away in March 2013. The 14-time world champion also thanked Reid for being her wings and motivation. "I miss you. 2024 was challenging and forced me to slow down, reset, and be grateful all over again for this journey I have been on since I lost you. I live with the regret every day not seeing you that last Christmas before you passed away. WrestleMania season is always tough. It's a reminder of my first match scheduled with NXT and we would have been together to see your dream play out. This was supposed to be you, not me." The 38-year-old further explained how she was attempting to honor Reid through her work in WWE. "Every year that goes by, all I can think is you wouldn't believe how far I've taken your dream and turned it into a legacy. Thank you. Thank you for saving me when I thought, and the family thought we were trying to save you. 2024 was tough. Every day, I would say to myself, you can't disappoint Reid. This is not what he would want for you. I'm back on track. Thank you for constantly being my wings and motivation. I love you, champ, as big as the sky. Charlotte Flair is just a star, dude. I love her so much. She carries herself like a star, she looks like a star. I would love to go around the block with her one more time." Charlotte Flair and Paige have shared the ring on multiple occasions in the past. While Flair is currently pursuing her 15th World Championship in WWE, Paige last wrestled with her original name, Saraya, in All Elite Wrestling. Former WWE star to appear at WrestleMania 41 and help Charlotte Flair win top title. Exploring the possibility WWE WrestleMania 41 is right around the corner, and there is palpable tension in the air and some expectancy among the fans. The card is stacked, too, and it is only going to get better as the weeks go by. One of the matches that is most looked forward to is from the women's division, Charlotte Flair vs. Tiffany Stratton. The daughter of Hall of Famer Ric Flair came back at the 2025 Royal Rumble and won the match, earning her shot at a title. She ended up choosing Tiffany Stratton, and the two will be going head-to-head. However, she could have an ace up her sleeve who could help her defeat Stratton and win the match and the title. That is none other than former WWE star Saraya, aka Paige. The two stars were once part of the PCB faction, and with Saraya recently leaving AEW, the stage is set for her to return to her former stomping ground and make an instant impact. Former WWE star Saraya breaks silence after AEW exit. Saraya shocked the entire wrestling world a few back after announcing that she is not with AEW. That took the fans by surprise and also left some AEW fans disappointed. However, in the immediate aftermath of her departure, she broke her silence on her new podcast Rule Breakers with Saraya and said, "That's not to say I will never come back to AEW, I absolutely love it," she says. "But I'm taking a little step back and focusing on myself for a bit, and putting my energy into the podcast with all the crew here. What a wonderful crew I have here." She had previously mentioned that she would love to return to WWE. With WrestleMania 41 coming up, she might just do that. Charlotte Flair stood above all on WWE SmackDown due to one major reason. Veteran explains Charlotte Flair has been a regular on WWE programming since making her return earlier this year. The Queen was present on SmackDown this week, where she stood above everyone else, as per wrestling veteran Vince Russo. The 14-time women's champion won the Women's Royal Rumble match this year and will face Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship at WrestleMania 41. The two women have gone back and forth in the last few weeks, with the Queen often getting the upper hand. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Bro Down, Vince Russo noted that Charlotte looked a class apart from everyone else because she invested in her looks. The former WWE head writer also took a shot at Kevin Owens, stating that he looks like a slob. Who was the one person who stood out today above all? Charlotte Flair. Why? Because she spends the money, she invests in that. Did you see that freaking interferences that could happen during Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton at WWE WrestleMania 41? Tiffany Stratton is heading to WrestleMania 41 to defend the WWE Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair. The two wrestlers have proven themselves to be explosive enough during their brawls on SmackDown. However, this doesn't mean they shouldn't expect company in Las Vegas. Here are 4 stars who could interfere in their match at the show of shows. Number 4. Ric Flair could try to help his daughter become the WWE Women's Champion again. Hall of Famer Ric Flair is a big pillar, supporter, and fan of Charlotte Flair. The Nature Boy has cheered for his daughter for several of her matches from ringside. Thus, it isn't difficult to imagine that the legend could be there to witness her title match at WrestleMania 41. However, the Queen is currently a heel right now. Thus, there is a chance that Ric Flair could try to pull some underhanded tactics to give his daughter the advantage, as he wants Charlotte Flair to earn the WWE Women's Championship for the first time. Nia Jax could make Tiffany Stratton pay for betraying her. Nia Jax could make Tiffany Stratton pay for betraying her. Tiffany Stratton won the WWE Women's Championship after cashing in her Money in the Bank contract on Nia Jax. The duo had been close friends with each other before. But, Jax had to look over her shoulder every time to check on Tiffy, who had helped her win the title from Bayley at the 2024 SummerSlam. While the Irresistible Force received a title rematch, it ended in a DQ and the title didn't change hands. However, she will have the perfect opportunity to exact revenge on the Buff Barbie for betraying her at WrestleMania 41. If Jax costs Tiffy the title, she could later claim a title shot against Charlotte Flair. She could state that she eliminated the most number of wrestlers from the Royal Rumble, which Flair won to receive her title shot. 2. Becky Lynch could cause problems for Tiffany Stratton. Becky Lynch is one of WWE's 4 horsewomen alongside Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, and Bayley. The man was last seen in action in May 2024 where she failed to reclaim the Women's World Championship from Liv Morgan. While she has signed a new deal with the Stamford-based promotion after her contract expired in June 2024, Lynch hasn't returned so far. This, however, could change at WrestleMania 41 where big-time Bex could return as a heel. The man could help the Queen defeat Tiffany Stratton and win the WWE Women's Championship. Several rumors predict that Becky Lynch will have a new character upon her return, making this a likely outcome. Number 1. Trish Stratus could lend a helping hand to her new friend. Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton have formed a very close friendship with each other in the past several weeks. The Buff Barbie and the 7-time Women's Champion have released new merchandise together and also won a tag team match against Nia Jax and Candice LeRae at Elimination Chamber. The Hall of Famer could watch Tiffy's back in Las Vegas and prevent Charlotte Flair from playing dirty. Additionally, she could also keep an eye out for other wrestlers who may try to help the Queen win her 15th World Championship. It would be interesting to see if Tiffany Stratton is able to score a win in her first Mania title defense. Condolences. Charlotte Flair sends a message after WWE SmackDown. WWE superstar Charlotte Flair made a massive impact in the latest episode of SmackDown. The Queen has now issued a message, potentially directed at WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton, following her verbal back and forth with the 25-year-old on the Friday night show. On the March 21st installment of the Blue Brands show in Bologna, Italy, Flair and Stratton participated in a split-screen interview with Joe Tessitore. The segment became memorable because the Queen dominated the conversation, seemingly undermining the Buff Barbie's confidence ahead of their WWE Women's Championship match at WrestleMania 41. Taking to X, formerly Twitter, the dirtiest diva in the game sent a brutal one-word message after SmackDown, seemingly disparaging Tiffany Stratton. WWE veterans comment on Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton's segment on SmackDown. Dutch Mantel and Vince Russo offered their thoughts on the verbal exchange via satellite between the Queen and the blonde bombshell.